Hey guys, first and foremost, I'm going to apologize if you see me looking like this in a lot of videos. My 3-year-old is napping and I have the ability to film a ton of videos, and I figured take a quick shower, throw your hair up, and get some filming done. So, last week we were in... For the record, that's Jillian from I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Payari, I don't know, family vlogs. So you guys can blame her for blowing up my phone when I'm trying to film a video. So last week we were in Disney, so I wasn't able to catch up with you guys. I am going to catch up from last week's Organized Christmas, and then of course this week's Organized Christmas. I was away last week, so I wasn't able to sit down and film this video, but I did want to kind of, catch up with you guys. I'll say that I'm still doing the holiday grand plan. I really like the fact that it really makes you deep clean certain areas. I really like that plan. I honestly think I like that one more than I like the Organized Christmas one sometimes. But yeah, I just, wanted to throw that out there, but I won't talk about that one as much because that one's just more like focusing on deep cleaning type of stuff. And basically you could do the same thing by just going through each week and picking a different area of your home to clean. So for the House and Holidays plan, this past week was calendar and creativity. So basically what you want to do, and what I did, is I just went and I Googled calendars and I just printed out some blank calendars, and then I went through my planner, I went through our calendar on the fridge, I went through my phone, I went through everything, and I jotted down our paychecks, when my husband works, when my husband is off, when the kids are off, the holidays, when we have family coming in and out, any sports or anything like that. I put that stuff on there and made sure to look up when like their bye weeks were, school vacations, did I say that? Put all those on there. And then I went and I kind of looked and I figured out, when do we want to apple pick, when do we want to pumpkin pick, when do we want to get our Christmas tree, when do we want to set aside some time to decorate, and then just kind of like have some weekends for Christmas stuff, Thanksgiving stuff like that, a week up, time to grocery shop for Thanksgiving, all that type of stuff. So I tried to write this stuff all down, and then I went and I took some post-it notes and I just stuck post-it notes for each week in my planner of what's going on, so that I know that I'm not forgetting anything and stuff like that. I also went through the planner and like looked at when we had doctor's visits and dentist visits and stuff like that, and just tried to make sure that those were good times still, because sometimes I'll just take, the card that they give me and I'll just say, yeah, book whenever, and then I'll look and I'm like, that's not a good time. So I wanted to do that because, especially for me, where I live in Northwest Georgia, like northwest of Atlanta. I'm in an Atlanta suburb, I guess. And so a lot of times I go to places like Marietta and Kennesaw to do those type of things, and that is the last place I think I'm going to want to be during the holiday season, because right now the traffic makes you want to just throw yourself into oncoming traffic. Like, I just can't even think of it whenever it's closer to the holidays. So definitely, go through that and try to make sure that you are all set for that. And then the second part of this week is, make sure that you are like decluttering and cleaning out and organizing and making a area for you to craft and decorate and all that stuff. Or also just going through your crafting and stuff like that, supplies for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and seeing what you have and what you need. Right now Target Dollar Spot is releasing their Thanksgiving and Halloween stuff, and so right now is a great time to get, the washi tape or the gift tags or any of that type of stuff, because that stuff can kind of go quick. So I like to always do like a huge shopping trip, and then I go through and then I decide what I really need and what I really don't need, and I get rid of what I don't need, etc. So it says to, kind of focus on that, and then just really make a realistic plan. So let's say that you want to have time to make some wreaths or make some DIY gifts for your kids' teachers, or in all honesty, just wrapping your kids' teacher stuff. Sometimes it takes me at least an hour to 2 hours to do all that stuff, because I like for my kids to like write a handwritten note, or even just write on the tag and stuff like that. So just make sure that you're planning time to do all these things. Make sure you're looking at the calendar and saying, okay, the kids last day of school is the 20th. Let's give the kids teachers gifts on the 18th, because that last day they get so many things. I always like to do it like a day or two earlier, just so that like I know that we're not gonna forget it. I know that the teacher's gonna get it in case they forget it, and you know, stuff like that. So just really try to mark down every single thing that you can think of from Christmas past that came up. So there's that. It also said to start planning your holiday travel, and I was looking this week. So we're staying home this holiday season. We can't afford to travel. I was looking the other day, and it would be like $250 a person for us to fly up to New England. It's about an 18-hour drive to New England, and that's just not something we can do right now, especially like in the cold season and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to risk snow and ice and stuff like that. So we're taking this year off from visiting my family up in Massachusetts and New Hampshire, but my mom is coming. So we've already bought my mom's Thanksgiving plane tickets, so we've already paid for that, but I'm always trying to stalk the site and see if, you know, the price lowers or anything like that, because she flies Southwest, so they'll give you a credit. But then we're also trying to look around Christmas time to see, because she can really only come like that weekend of Christmas, so we're really trying to see when the best time to buy our plane tickets are. And I know they say Tuesday afternoons, but I'm just checking all the time. And make sure you clear your cookies and all that stuff, because supposedly they track you, and you want to make sure that you're getting the best deal possible. They also mentioned like host a scheduling session, so little things like furnace checks and carpet cleaning and family photos and checking your chimney and all that type of stuff. So I definitely am going to do a family picture. Most of our family pictures now are like at Disney, or they were like at my family's Christmas party, so we're obviously not going to have that anymore. In all honesty, we may just take some pictures here with my camera and a timer in front of the Christmas tree. But I do kind of want some professional pictures, and I think that that would be a good gift to give like my mom and stuff like that. So I'm gonna see, you know, start looking around and see what I can find for that. They say start a set of tear files, and tear files are like if you're looking on the internet or you're looking through magazines, like, you know, take things that you like. So what I suggest doing is I go on my Pinterest board and I just put like 2016, 2017 holidays. I go through my pins and I move pins over that I've pinned that I want to do or I want to accomplish, or things that I want to reread or whatever like that. And then I always look and just go through that. And then every Sunday, whenever I'm doing the organized Christmas stuff, that's also what I'm doing. I'm looking through the tear files and seeing if I want to start any crafts or put any recipes on my meal plan for that week or whatever. And then start and use the shopping list, and then review the gift list, of course. Inventory your unfinished craft projects and make your gifts to make list. So just kind of prepping yourself for the holidays upcoming, and you know what you need to buy, what you have, what you want to make, all that type of stuff, and just keeping yourself really organized. They also gave a lot of printables this week, printables that I like to print this week. So there's that, and that's just kind of what I'm doing. So now for this upcoming week, it's me and mine week, which is where you're going to focus on your master bedroom, your room of your house. And I always try to make sure I spend a lot of time on this one, really decluttering, deep cleaning, doing all of the like cleaning of vents, cleaning of windows, cleaning ceiling fans, deep cleaning, going through everything and organizing it, because I like for my room around the holidays to be a room that I don't have a ton of decorations in, but that it's like a sanctuary to get away whenever I'm feeling stressed, whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed, and when I have one area that I need to keep really clean. That's what I try to do with my bedroom, because typically my bedroom tends to like build up and get messy, but this is definitely the week that you want to focus on just getting your room nice and organized, and in a way that you can keep it that way so that it stays nice and clean for the holidays. I don't know if other people are like that, but for me, Sundays I just need to come in my room and sit in my bed and just breathe for a minute, and focusing on this week really does help that, I think. So, you know, it just mentions just really cleaning it, going through your closet, going through your drawers, going through any areas that you can to make sure that it's nice and clean and neat and tidy. Maybe changing over your clothes. I live in Georgia now, and like just a quick look at the weather for the next 7 to 10 days or whatever. Our highs are 68, 70, or 72, excuse me, our lows. Our highs are anywhere between 88 and 95. So we're not there yet to change over clothes, but I am going to pull out those cool clothes and just have them pushed to the back of my closet so that I am ready to go. I'm gonna look through them, see what fits, see what doesn't fit, donate, send off to sell, whatever. I hear a lot of people talking about Poshmark. I personally never used it, but maybe that's a place to go. I use to send all my clothes to swap.com. They've kind of changed their practices where you don't make as much money. And then there's always Goodwill. People always need clothes. Why not just give your clothes away? That's my thought process on it. Hopefully one day that'll come back at me in a good way. It mentions to decorate your master bedroom in like a way that it's like a serenity type of place to be. A serene place to be. Yeah. And so then holiday prep wise this week, you want to go through your holiday cards, your gift wraps, your mailing supplies. Think of the people that you mail to, the type of gifts you give. Think of what you have this year. And I've talked to a few people on my channel, and they mentioned like their holiday gift wrap hoarders. I'm the same way. I used to always get it when it was 70% off. So this year my focus is not doing matchy. I don't care about that. I want to use up what we have, get rid of it, be done with it, and be able to get new stuff hopefully at the end of the season. Make a Christmas card list of all the people that you want to write or send Christmas gift cards or Christmas cards to. I always think it would be a good time to maybe now start messaging people about their address, make sure they haven't moved, it hasn't changed. And then even if you wanted to, go and buy some labels from like, you know, Walmart or Target or whatever, and just print the labels out now. So literally all you have to do is take them off and stick them on. And my kids like doing that. They can put the label on, they can put the return address on. Also check Shutterfly. Shutterfly around this time of year often starts doing address labels, so you can do some return address labels for really cheap. Oh, it actually just mentioned all the things that I talked about. It says order, buy, or print Christmas cards. I don't do that yet. I like my Christmas cards to be a fairly recent picture, and to me, I think it's just a little bit too early. Plan personal pampering sessions and add them to December's calendar. I don't do this. I personally don't like to. I do like to get like a manicure or a pedicure like right before the holiday season so that, you know, my nails and my feet look really nice in pictures and stuff. But I mean, this year we're home, so it's just gonna be us in our pajamas. We're not getting dressed up or anything this year. I don't even think that I will buy the kids like a nice Christmas outfit this year because we just won't use it. It's not anything that we'll use, and it'll end up being wasteful. I'll probably get them all, you know, something like just do the matchy pajamas or something like that, because that's typically what we hang out in all day for Christmas anyways. And I may start looking for those now. And then it says, you know, set aside a gift closet or create a gift box inventory or for any previously purchased gifts. Definitely want to do that. It's something they remind you all the time. Make sure that your cash envelopes are all set and ready to go. I know that we've already dipped into our cash envelopes for Christmas this year. We've actually purchased some bigger items already, so I think that we're on a good to go with that. I would also suggest, you know, really considering scaling back, looking at that, you know, something they want, something they need. That's kind of what we're going for this year. Like, my oldest son wants an Xbox One so bad. He's been asking since last Christmas to get an Xbox One. I know that my other kids really want like tablets and phones and stuff like that, and they're not ready for phones yet, but maybe get them a better tablet. Where my older son does have an iPad that my mom bought him, and he has an old iPhone like 4 that a friend gave him that he actually has service on it now. We pay for that in order for him to like do chores around the house and stuff. But you know, start thinking now about those presents. I know that Walmart is already doing layaway. I'm sure Toys R Us will do layaway too. But you know, really start thinking about those presents and just start making sure that you have enough cash set aside. I think the worst thing to do is get close to Christmas and be like, oh, I don't have it, you know, enough money, and then put it on a credit card and then end up being stuck paying for that for the rest of the year or whatever. So we have our cash set aside, and I've kind of decorated the envelope and like put some festive stickers on it and stuff like that so that it makes me all excited. And I've actually taken money out of that already and set it aside for Halloween. and fall decorations and costumes and stuff like that, and you'll see some fall and Halloween hauls coming up soon. And then we have one set aside for Thanksgiving this year because all my family is coming here, so I'm just gonna pay for Thanksgiving food myself. I'm not gonna ask anyone to bring anything. My brother will probably bring some of his own stuff because my brother is vegan and we're not. So he'll probably bring some of his own items because I know that he doesn't necessarily love the way that, you know, we eat for Thanksgiving, especially that holiday, being a vegan. But yeah, I think that's everything that's caught up. My goal this week is to really get some fall decorating done. I've never not decorated my house in, like, it's been decorated before Labor Day every single year. I don't know what is up with me this year. I just can't get into the spirit, so to say, to decorate for fall. I have been shopping and finding some things that I like, but I just haven't had the time because for me, I like to completely clean a room, really deep clean, lay everything out, or clean the whole house, excuse me, lay everything out on my table and then slowly put things and move things around. And I also haven't had the time. That's the other thing. The kids' schedule and everything has just been going crazy, but I think that's why these last week was really important, is really making sure you have that schedule down for, okay, the kids have X, Y, and Z on all these days. This is when soccer ends. This is when ballet ends. This is when a recital is. Just making sure that you're all set for the holidays. So that's it for Organized Christmas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.